made it here, take a deep breath. This moment is for you. Maybe your day has been difficult, or maybe your heart is longing for something you can't quite put into words. But now together we're going to pause. This channel is just beginning, and your presence here means so much. Each person who joins us strengthens this chain of faith, love, and hope. Here, no one is alone. Feel embraced. May Mary walk beside you in this moment of prayer. Life is full of hurry, tasks, and worries that pull us away from what truly matters. Sometimes we're so focused on what we lack that we forget to notice all that we already have. But when we take a moment to be still and look with the heart, we begin to see that small miracles are everywhere. In a kind gesture, a gentle breeze, a prayer that brings peace. It's there, in the simple things, that Mary makes herself present. And when we learn to see with gratitude, our faith grows stronger and our soul finds rest. Mary, beloved Mother, today I come to you with a peaceful heart, not to ask, but to acknowledge. To acknowledge your presence in my days, even when everything feels ordinary, even when silence seems to reign. Because it is in the simple that you reveal yourself, in the touch of the breeze, in the sun warming the skin, in the gaze of someone who loves without needing words. You are with me, and that alone is a miracle. Teach me, Mary, to have eyes that are sensitive to the sacred that lives in the everyday. May I not need grand signs to know I am being cared for. May I learn to welcome the grace hidden in the details, to hear God's voice in the quiet moments. And may my faith grow through gratitude, because those who recognize the blessing learn to walk with lightness and trust. Mary, how many times have I failed to notice God's tenderness because I was too distracted by my pain? And still, you remained by my side. Today I want to thank you for the blessings I didn't see, for the times I was protected without knowing it, for the doors that closed and that I later realized were a form of deliverance. You were there, even in the silence. I want to learn from you how to be more present in my own life, not to live on autopilot, but to embrace each moment as a gift from heaven. May I learn to see beauty in the little things, in a sincere smile, in unexpected good news, in a song that touches me at just the right time. Mary, help me recognize that God's love reveals itself every day. I just need to be attentive and keep my heart open. Mary, Mother of simple faith, sometimes I wait for great miracles and forget to give thanks for the small graces that sustain me every day. The bread on the table, the body that rises each morning, the strength that returns even after exhaustion, all of this is a miracle. All of this is God caring for me in silence, and so often it is through you that His care reaches me. Today, I want to praise you for what I already have, for everything I've been given without even asking. For the air I breathe, for the paths I'm able to walk, for the people you've placed in my life. Teach me to value the present moment, to recognize the sacred in the routine, and to live with a more grateful heart. Because the one who gives thanks learns to trust, and the one who trusts lives in peace. Mary, Mother who watches with sweetness, how many times have I been blessed without even realizing it? The protection on a journey, the deliverance from something I wanted but wasn't meant for me, the strength that came just when I was about to give up. All of it was your care, quiet, constant, and present. You don't need to make noise to act. Just being there is enough for grace to unfold. Teach me to be like you, humble in service, deep in love, faithful even without understanding. May I learn to see your presence in the details of my day, in the pauses that save me, in the people who help me, in the words that arrive at just the right moment. May I learn to give thanks even when I don't receive everything I ask for, because so often what I do receive is even better. It's what God knows I truly need. Mary, Mother of fruitful silence, there are days when I see no way out, when everything feels stuck, still, without meaning. But even on those days, you gently invite me to look with more calm. Because even when nothing changes on the outside, something shifts within, a thought that transforms, a strength that arises, a hope that returns, and that alone is a miracle. Help me to understand that life doesn't always shout. Sometimes God whispers, And in those whispers, you are present in the pauses of the day, in a moment to breathe, in the instant when my heart finds a quiet peace without explanation. Teach me to trust in this invisible movement of grace. May I not need to see in order to believe, but by believing, may I learn to see. Mary, Mother of Hope, how often my faith feels small within me, and yet it endures. Even when I'm tired, even when I see no results at all, something keeps pushing me to go on. And I know that something is you. It is you holding me up, reminding me that heaven never abandons those who trust, even when everything feels like a desert. Today I ask you to strengthen this faith that sometimes hides behind my doubts. May it grow with deep roots, grounded in the certainty that God's love reveals itself even in the smallest things. May I learn to see your care in every detail, even in those I don't understand right now. And may my daily response to your presence always be gratitude. Mary, Mother who welcomes without hurry, teach me to slow down. So often I run after what I want that I forget to cherish what I already have. I keep waiting for the extraordinary and let the sacredness of the ordinary pass me by unnoticed. A gesture of kindness, a sunrise, a prayer spoken from the heart, all of it carries your presence. May I not lose myself in the rush of life. May I learn to pause, to breathe, and to recognize God's love pouring out in the quiet moments between one task and another. May my heart not need grand signs to be grateful, and may seeing Mary in the small miracles of life strengthen my faith and help my soul to bloom, even in difficult times. Mary, Mother of constant care, even when everything seems the same, I know something is happening. I know that heaven works in silence, preparing what I can't even imagine. That's why today I don't ask you for haste, I ask for patience. Teach me to wait as you waited, with a peaceful heart, a steady soul, and eyes fixed on God. Help me to live each day with awareness, realizing that miracles don't always come as answers, but as presence. May I learn to value each step of the journey more than the rush to reach the destination. And may I recognize your guiding hand in every moment lived with faith, even when I can't see, even when all I can do is feel. Mary, Mother who inspires gratitude, today I want to look back with different eyes, not to mourn what I've lost, but to give thanks for what I've lived. Even in the falls, there was learning. Even in the pain, there was growth. And even when I felt alone, I know you were there. In the moments when I had no words, you were praying for me in silence. May I learn to give thanks even for the difficult days, for they made me stronger, more compassionate, more aware of what truly matters. May my memories be touched by the light of faith, not clouded by the shadow of pain. May I see my story as a field where God, through your intercession, has always planted seeds of grace, even when I didn't notice. Mary, Mother of serene wisdom, how many times have I searched for answers in the noise and urgency of the world, when all I truly needed was to retreat and listen to the silence? You teach me that true understanding does not shout. It is born in stillness, in trust, in God's constant presence in every moment. May I learn from you to listen more, to notice more, to feel with greater depth. May I not get lost in the noise of doubts or the weight of expectations. May I know how to return to what is essential. And the essential is faith, it is gratitude. It is the awareness that all that is true remains, even when the world fades. Teach me to live with my feet on the ground, but with my heart lifted high, seeing each day as an opportunity for renewal, for surrender, for praise. Mary, Mother of constant presence, I know that so often I look for you in the heights, but you walk with me here, on the ground of everyday life. You are by my side when I wake up, when I work, when I feel tired or lost. Your presence is not distant, it is close. Your companionship isn't made of grand promises, but of gentle gestures that sustain me day after day. May I learn to recognize this sacred companionship in the simplest tasks, in reaching out a hand, in truly listening to someone, in doing good without expecting anything in return. May every act of love also be a prayer. And even on ordinary days, may I remember, with Mary close by, there is no small moment. Everything becomes sacred when lived with faith and gratitude. Mary, Mother of quiet light, today I want to thank you for the times when life felt dark, but a small flame was lit within me. Sometimes it wasn't a visible miracle, but a silent courage, a hope that was reborn without explanation. I know it was you, strengthening me when I believed I had no strength left. Teach me to value these small lights, which often appear just when everything seems to fade. May I not wait for great brightness to move forward. May I trust even with little light, even when I can only see the next step. Because with faith, even darkness becomes a path. And with Mary, every step is guided, every moment is grace. Mary, Mother who loves in silence, today I want to thank you for the way you care. You don't arrive with noise, nor do you impose your presence. You simply are. On the days when all is well and I almost forget to pray, and especially on the days when pain brings me to my knees, you are there, steady, quiet, loving, and that alone sustains me. Help me to cultivate that same silent love in my everyday life. May I learn to love without needing to be seen, to serve without expecting anything in return, to comfort without words, simply through my presence. May my life speak of God even through my simplest actions. And may I, like you, be a sign of peace where there is restlessness, a sign of hope where there is sadness. Mary, Mother of complete trust, today I want to surrender to you everything that still causes me fear, the uncertainties about the future, the questions that remain unanswered, the paths that seem unclear. You, who trusted even without understanding, teach me to do the same. Not to rely on certainty to have peace, but to rest in the love of God. May I learn to trust as you did, with an open heart, even when my eyes can't see the end of the road. May I not get lost in the what-ifs, nor in the weight of unmet expectations. May I simply walk, knowing there is a greater hand guiding every step. And even when everything feels silent, may I feel Mary is with me, and where she is, heaven is too. Mary, Mother of divine gentleness, teach me to notice the hidden beauty in the details. The birds singing in the morning, the sincere smile of someone passing by, the soft breeze that brushes my face. All of this speaks of God, yet I don't always listen. So often I'm too distracted by what I lack, and I fail to see how deeply I am already loved. May my soul grow more sensitive to the sacred woven into everyday life. May I learn to give thanks for the little blessings, because they too are miracles. And in every simple gesture, may I recognize your presence, surrounding me, guiding me, strengthening me. When the heart gives thanks, faith begins to bloom. And where there is faith, life is transformed. Mary, Mother who listens with care, today I don't come with many words. I just want you to listen to me. Sometimes the heart speaks more through silence than through speech. And you understand that better than anyone. You know every thought that passes through me, every feeling I have yet to name, and even when I am silent, you understand. May I learn from you the value of silence. May I not fear retreating inward when needed. May I come to know that, in silence, grace is at work, and love reveals itself without noise. And as I entrust you with all that I am, even without saying a single word, may I feel the peace that comes from being heard, embraced, and understood by a mother who never leaves my side. Mary, Mother of steady presence, there are days when I feel fragile, as if any wind could knock me down. But even in those moments when I turn to you, something shifts. A quiet strength rises within me, a courage I can't explain lifts me up. I know it is you, interceding for me, holding my hand with unwavering love. May I learn to trust more in this strength that comes from faith. May I not be swept away by uncertainty or by the fears that whisper lies to my heart. Even in the face of hardship, may I know that I am upheld, that an invisible grace is supporting me. And with Mary by my side, I can face any day, even the hardest ones. Mary, Mother of the light that never fades, in the midst of doubts and shadows that sometimes surround me, your example shows me that it's possible to walk even without seeing everything clearly. You moved forward with trust, even without knowing what was to come. I want to learn from you how to take one step at a time, even when I can't see the whole path. Help me to live with a faith that renews itself each day. May I learn to embrace the present as a gift, the now as a moment of grace. May the anxiety about tomorrow not steal the beauty of today. And as I look at my life through the eyes of faith, may I realize that there is light within me, a light that comes from God, reflected through your presence by my side. Mary, Mother of Serenity, when everything around me feels rushed and overwhelming, may I find refuge in your calm gaze. We live in a world that demands hurry, that values the immediate, that pressures us for quick results. But you teach me a different path, one of patience, of surrender, of the quiet peace that slowly blooms within the soul. May I not be carried away by anxiety. May I understand that everything has its time, and that God's timing is always the best. Help me to trust that even when I see no fruit, the seed is still growing. And while I wait, may I already give thanks, for waiting with faith is also an act of love. Mary, Mother of Welcome, today I don't come to bring you my requests, but my whole heart. Not just what I lack, but also what lives within me, the joys I carry, the gifts I've received, the quiet victories that almost no one noticed. All of this, Mary, is grace too, and I want to learn to recognize it. May I be grateful even for the small achievements, for the steps that seem simple but have helped me grow. May I learn to celebrate today with humility, to honor what I've already lived, and to trust in what is yet to come. May gratitude make me more sensitive, more attentive, and more willing to love as you love, with surrender, with faith, with an open heart. Mary, Mother of the simple path, so often I lose myself trying to complicate what is sacred. I search for formulas, demand too much from myself, and drift away from the essence. But when I contemplate you, everything finds its place again. Because in you I learn that to live with faith is to trust in the everyday, to find God in simple tasks, to do everything with love, even what no one sees. Help me to turn my routine into prayer. May getting out of bed, the work of each day, the care I give to others and to myself, all be part of my offering. May I not wait for perfect moments to live my faith. Let me live with a heart that is available, eyes that are attentive, and a soul that is open to what is eternal, even in what seems ordinary. Mary, Mother of Faithfulness, I want to thank you for never giving up on me. Even when my faith wavers, even when I stray, even when I forget to pray, you remain there, patiently waiting for my return. Your love doesn't depend on my performance, my perfection, or my strength. It simply exists, constant, steady, and true. Teach me to be faithful too. Faithful to my values, to my walk with God, to what I believe in, even when it's hard. May I not be swept away by the distractions of the world, but remain with a steady heart, rooted in your peace. Because when faith is faithful, it doesn't shout, it endures. And in that endurance, the miracle happens. Mary, Mother of inner peace, when the world becomes too loud and my heart feels restless, remind me that I can take refuge in you, that I can quiet my soul and rest in your embrace like a child who doesn't need to understand everything to feel safe. Because with you, even chaos becomes sacred silence, even pain turns into trust. Help me build a peace that doesn't depend on what happens outside. May it grow from within, nourished by prayer, by gratitude, by the deep certainty that I am loved and cared for by God. And even on the hardest days, may I remember, there's a peace no one can take from me, and it is born when I choose to walk with you. Mary, Mother of Tenderness, today I ask you for a lighter heart, a heart that knows how to forgive, to let go, to release what no longer serves. Sometimes I carry burdens that aren't mine, or I hold on to pains that could already have been healed. But when I turn to you, I realize that lightness is a gift, and that living with lightness is also an act of faith. Help me not to hold on to resentment, not to feed guilt, not to repeat old wounds. May I learn to live the present as a gift, free from the past and open to what is to come. May your example teach me that true strength isn't in control, but in surrender, and that a light heart is often the miracle I need most. Mary, Mother of loving presence, teach me to be fully present wherever I am. May I not live only in expectation of grand moments, but truly give myself to the now, to the conversation with someone I love, to the work of my hands, to the prayer that rises simple and sincere. May I learn from you to bring meaning even to life's quietest moments. May I not be distracted by what hasn't arrived yet, nor get lost mourning what has already passed. May I be grateful for today, for this moment, for this breath, because it is here that God meets me. It is here that grace unfolds, and it is here, in this small, quiet now, that Mary walks with me, with love, with care, with a silence full of light. Mary, Mother of constant love, today I want to thank you for your patience with me, for the way you wait, never forcing, simply being there, steady, calm, present. So often I take time to notice God's signs. I resist grace, I drift away from prayer, and yet you remain close, watching with tenderness, holding the right time for everything. Teach me to have that same love, a love that doesn't give up, that doesn't pressure, that simply loves. May I be patient with myself, with others, and with the unfolding of life. Help me understand that growing in faith is a journey, not a demand. And may each day be a new opportunity to find you, in small gestures, in quiet thoughts, in the subtle miracles of everyday life. Mary, Mother of quiet trust, there are moments when my soul feels restless, when everything seems uncertain and fragile. But when I turn my gaze to you, I remember that trusting doesn't mean having all the answers. It means keeping the heart steady, even in the dark. You teach me that it's possible to trust without seeing the whole path, because those who walk with God are never truly lost. Help me to surrender what I cannot control, to let go of fear, of overthinking, of the need for absolute certainty. May I learn from you to walk with faith in the invisible, with serenity in the midst of waiting. And may each small act of surrender bring me closer to God, closer to peace, and closer to the truth that reveals itself to those who trust with all their heart. Mary, Mother of gentle listening, today I want to thank you for all the times I was heard without saying a single word, for every moment when simply looking at you brought me peace. Your presence comforts me, quiets my soul, and brings me back to what truly matters. You are my refuge when everything feels heavy, and my direction when everything feels confusing. May I also learn to listen more, to listen to God, to others, and to my own heart. May the noise of the world never drown out what is sacred within me, and may I find wisdom in the act of listening. Because to listen with the heart is a deep form of love, and to love as you love is what I long to learn every single day. Mary, Mother of living hope, today I want to thank you for the gift of faith. Not a loud or perfect faith, but the kind that endures in silence, that doesn't give up, that keeps going even when tired. This faith that helps me rise each morning and believe that, despite everything, goodness still prevails. This faith that reminds me that God is working, even when everything seems still. May I never lose this flame within me. May I care for it gently, like someone protecting something precious. Because it is this faith that helps me see the small miracles in everyday life. It is this faith that teaches me to give thanks for everything, even for what has yet to come. With Mary by my side, I know tomorrow is in God's hands, and today is already a gift full of grace. Mary, Mother of us all, as I end this prayer, I simply want to say thank you. For every moment of peace I felt here, for every word that touched me, for every silence that spoke louder than any sound. Today I leave this moment different from how I entered, lighter, more aware, closer to God. And I know this is the fruit of your presence beside me. Stay with me, Mary, not only in moments of prayer, but throughout my whole life. Teach me to live with gratitude, to see with faith, and to love with sincerity. May each day be a new chance to recognize the miracles that surround me. And even on ordinary days, may I never forget, life is a gift, and if you are with me, everything has meaning. Mary, Mother of us all, as I end this prayer, I simply want to say thank you. For every moment of peace I felt here, for every word that touched me, for every silence that spoke louder than any sound. Today I leave this moment different from how I entered, lighter, more aware, closer to God. And I know this is the fruit of your presence beside me. Stay with me, Mary, not only in moments of prayer, but throughout my whole life. Teach me to live with gratitude, to see with faith, and to love with sincerity. May each day be a new chance to recognize the miracles that surround me. And even on ordinary days, may I never forget, life is a gift, and if you are with me, everything has meaning. If this prayer touched your heart, if in any way you felt peace, comfort, or hope, then this space is also yours. Here, every word is made with love, every prayer is a warm embrace, and each new video is an invitation to walk in faith alongside Mary. Subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and come be a part of this prayerful family. Together, we are stronger, more grateful, and closer to heaven.